in these events. And recently that's completely flipped. You mentioned it, but you had the Splash Brothers winning and Devin Booker, and now this year you've got Lillard in there, Hield in there. You've got guys like Trae Young, Zach LaVine. I mean, these are potential all-stars who are in this event, and it's just pretty cool to see these guys kind of participating in it. I think it really bodes well for the way the league is going.
Absolutely. I think it's one of those things that just inspires even young kids to go out and practice their long range shooting, or those with gifted athletic ability to practice their dunks or their handles with the skills challenge we haven't even mentioned. I mean, it's an entertaining weekend for sure, but it's also a very influential one. And it's what kids dream about one day, being on that stage as some of their favorite players. So it's definitely an honor and a privilege. I like that the NBA makes it a weekend long thing and a full spectacle. And it's going to be something that I'm canceling my Valentine's Day plans for, because I'm going to be watching the Rising Stars Challenge that night.
Yeah, and boys and girls, let me tell you, do not get between Jason Goldstein and a pool basketball hoop, because he will put you in the rim. I've seen it, and there's video evidence of this, although that cannot be disclosed at this time. But Jason, all jokes aside, there's also some improvements, I think, for this game. And, I mean, we talked about the skills challenge. I'm not the biggest fan of the skills challenge. I think some of the Rising Stars and the celebrity games, they're nice every so often, but I do find them sometimes a little bit boring. There's two things that I would add, and my absolute favorite I'll save for last. But I don't know why we don't have horse at the All-Star game. I think that would be really fun with how good these guys are. Can you imagine Steph Curry goes out into the tunnel, makes one of those shots, someone else has to try and do it? Something like that would be fun. But my absolute favorite would be a one-on-one tournament where you get all these guys and you know that they would care. No one wants to lose a game of one-on-one. Doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 50. No one wants to lose in a game of one-on-one. I think it would be great to see Kevin Durant go against his teammate Kyrie Irving on one-on-one to 5 points. Winner gets ball. So you make it, you take it. So you get to see Kyrie Irving. He does his little hezzy pull-up, scores over Durant. He hits three. And all of a sudden, Durant's trying to body him up to make sure he can't score again. This would be so much fun. Single eliminations. Have the two conferences have maybe their different guys. You pick a certain number, I don't know, 8 from each conference or something. See who wins it all. I would watch this every single year, Jason.
I like the idea of the horse thing at the practice, because on Saturday before the dunk contest, they usually televise the Eastern and Western All-Star game practices. I meant team, not game. Excuse me. But I think that would be fun to do a little horse thing. You know, Greg Popovich always used to coach those All-Star teams and take things so seriously. But I think horse would be a fun thing, especially with it nationally televised. You do it in the arena that the game's playing in. So this year it'll be in Chicago, and kind of have them play horse or do like some 3-on-3 stuff, you know, make it fun, make it tricky. And I think fans would really dig that as well.
If you're not as big a fan of the one-on-one game, you don't think guys would play. I feel like everyone in a barber shop or anyone who talks hoops, you always say, oh, who would win one-on-one? Would Iverson beat Kobe? Would MJ be able to beat LeBron? Who would win these matchups? And I think it would be so much fun to actually get to see these guys play one-on-one. I don't know if they would do it, but I think that would be unbelievable.
I agree with you that it would be fun. However, I think it's too much of an injury risk in season. That's why I think it would be the only red flag.
All right, that's fair. I have to ask you before we go, Jason, if they did do all the healthy players, so we have to take Kevin Durant out right now, but if you were to take all the healthy players in the league, one-on-one tournament, who do you think takes it?
Damian Lillard.
Oh, I did not expect that one. Wow. Okay, make your case.
So as good as Kawhi is, as good as Giannis is, I think Lillard's shiftiness, getting around bigger defenders in a one-on-one setting, he would just kill people with their speed. And I think the only guards that would really keep up with him in a one-on-one would be a Kemba Walker or a Kyrie Irving, potentially in a one-on-one setting. Maybe LeBron on one end. I don't think LeBron would be able to score on Dame as much, but I just think Dame, with his overall offensive skill set, would take it. What about you?
So there's one question that you didn't ask that I thought you might. So depending on how we do fouls, James Harden's the natural answer. If he gets to keep it after those foul calls, if he gets to call fouls, James Harden wins this in a landslide.
That's why I don't think fouls would be involved.
Yeah, if defender calls the fouls, whew, man, there's some good choices. Given that there's a bunch of guys with injuries, I'm very tempted to go your way. The guy who I feel like would be sneaky great at this would be Chris Paul, who's got that old man game with the little pull up. But I'm gonna go with Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna say Kawhi Leonard ends up taking it. He can go up top, shoot the three, go down low, body someone. I'm surprised neither one of us picked Giannis, but again, it's just more motivation for us to actually get this one-on-one tournament, Jason.
Let's speak it into existence, Ben.
Yep, you and me, LeVar Ball in it. We're going to speak this into existence. And we've also spoken into existence another show. As many of you guys have noticed, we're doing double trouble here, 2 episodes a week. So you can expect to hear us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Jason, what do you have for the people?
I'm just excited for this, man. We're trying to take this show to new heights. So I say this every week on every show. We appreciate you all who stay with us, who listen to us every single week. We have some new and exciting things coming down the pipe, and we're just ready for it. So again, thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe, rate, and review.
5 stars, please.
We'll be back shortly with another show. Enjoy, guys.
See you next week.